The name is Rich Sanders. We've got a couple of small items here for this month. With Easter coming up, I thought it'd be a good time for the little bunny here. If anybody's interested, I'll have to find out where my drawing is of what I did with this, but I'll be glad to pass it along. Just give me a ring. It really wasn't that bad to do. Spends more time working the different colors in and stuff like that. But if you got any small grandkids or whatever, that's an ideal toy. Going back about a year ago, I had one of these at the Christmas dinner that we did. Only the one I had done then was half the size of this one, and it was a bear to do. So this is actually the full-size version here. And if you got any golfers in the family, this would be the ideal piece to have. Just give me a holler. That's good.
Hi everybody, Brian Ellison here. A year or so ago, a guy was at a meeting talking about 3D printing adapters for your vacuum system. Well, I do have a 3D printer and I make these. Well, you have to design them, you have to print them, and the thing took 7 hours to print. So what I'm going to show you here is how to make an adapter in less than 5 minutes. As you can see, these are adapters that I have made for other pieces of my machinery. Doesn't take any time at all. I label them. That's my 2-inch splice, my Delta sander. I didn't measure through that one, but it's really easy. I have a wonderful $10 Harbor Freight heat gun. And all I do is sit here and I just heat it up. I go inside and outside. And what I'm going to do here for this one here is I made a new drill press fence, and I need to get one of this adapter that fits over this. My 2-inch hose is this size, and I'm going to make it fit so my 2-inch hose will fit onto that adapter. Wear a glove because this is really hot. And just keep moving it around. Keep feeling it, because it does not take long for this thing to start moving on you. And I could get it hotter and get it to go on, but there it is right there.
I'm Bill Schucott. In the past, I've made a lot of toys and built furniture. Actually, I have a furniture project in the shop now that is getting nearing completion. But I decided I wanted to try something a little bit different with a little more of a challenge. So I've embarked on what will probably be a long project where I'm going to build a violin. But I started off making a template. I made this out of 1/8" Baltic birch. Cut that out and used it as a half mold to make what's called the mold, which you build the violin around. Start off with a plywood piece, and you cut some corners and glue in some blocks. These blocks are made out of willow. Once you get them glued in and the glue dried, then you get out your carving tools and you make it the shape that the sides of the violin are going to fit to. Yesterday, I glued up what will be the back of the violin. I glued this with hot hide melt glue, which I'd never used before. I bought these pieces from a violin maker in South St. Louis. Milled them up a little bit, got the joint to fit, put the glue on it. So the next step is on the front to smooth that out and get in the curvature that's intended, and put the pattern on it and cut out the shape. So I expect this is going to be a long time coming. Lots to learn, but it's been fun so far. Intermingled with that, I bought one of these wine stoppers at Rockler, and bought a piece of Paduke that I turned over the weekend and mounted the stopper on. It isn't quite the shape that I wish it was, so I'm going to have to make some more and refine that effort a little bit.